This is Complete Politics with Chukwuma Okoro. Take a listen. I'd like for us to talk briefly about the Anambra elections. It held on Saturday. And somehow, anyway, Dr. Chukwuma Soludo, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, the sitting governor, the incumbent governor, won with a landslide victory, during the election. So what's your take on the conduct of the election? Looks like this was a test case for Professor Josh Amupitan, the new chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission. Let's have your broad reaction to what happened in Anambra State. And I would like for you to also factor in the fact that some voters alleged that there were, series of vote buying by different political parties that were part of the election. What's your broad reaction to the Anambra election?
Thank you, Mr. Kuru. My reaction to Anambra election is that that election was an election of agreement, because I don't see how an APC candidate will perform so low, so abysmal, so irrelevant. In fact, this thing started with when Okachukwu flagged off his campaign under APC. We didn't hear anything. Nobody came from Abuja, nothing, It's the National Working Committee members, the governors. It's just as if not was known. I connected it with what happened to visited Anambra, whereby he told Soludo, I will give you Anambra State. Soludo promised that he to give the president Anambra votes. And so they see the deal. Because why they didn't make any serious effort in their campaign and so the election went the way it went. So I wouldn't say that that election was actually intended to turn out that way. If not for the agreement, I'm sure APC would have put up a fight.
But Barrister, I like the position you have adopted. You are of the opinion that if this agreement between the president and the governor take place, that APC would have made an inroad into Anambra.
In fact, the gap wouldn't have been this much.
On the basis of what? You think that ordinarily an Anambra man will vote for an Okachukwu or vote for an APC?
Not only on that level.
Okay.
On the level of snatching it, grabbing it and running with it.
Okay.
If Tinubu wanted Anambra, he would have taken it just like he took Edo. Were you not here when he asked Edo, do you want me to give you Edo State? And they said yes. And he said, as long as I am the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I will give you Edo State. Did it not happen? Do you think if they wanted the same thing to happen in Anambra, what would you have done?
No, Barrister, do you think that the average Anambra man would have allowed that to happen?
It doesn't matter. The same thing, an average Edo man wouldn't have allowed it to happen, but it happened. It's a question of deploying their violent attitude and all that. And then before you know it, the game is over. What will you do? So, but anyway, we thank God everything was peaceful. But then, let Anambra electorate be sacrificed on the altar of agreement. Whatever agreement the Soludo have with Tinubu, it is between the two of them, not Anambra Abga. Because Soludo doesn't own Abga. I don't want to hear tomorrow that somebody wants to defect. That would be terrible in Anambra. Very, very terrible. So this so-called victory that we are jubilating and celebrating now, let it be sustained under Abga. That is what I'm saying. Anything outside that, I don't want to hear. Why must all the Igbo governors be running to APC? Ojukwu will turn in his grave if Abga should go to APC. That's what I'm saying. That agreement and the way the election turned out told me a lot.
The agreement and the way the election turned out. Barrister, yes. So does it look like votes counted in that election?
I don't think so. I don't think so, because most of the votes were bought by all the parties. I don't know which party. But from all indication, there was massive vote buying. To the extent that we don't know who won on principle, who won on hard work, who won on popularity. Because of the vote buying. We don't know who bought what, but it was obvious that vote was massively bought In fact, there was this rumor that Kachukwu spent 10 billion naira. Where did that money go to, if not for some of these things? But eventually, the people of Anambra collected the money and did the needful. But all I'm saying is that let ABGA be sustained in Anambra. I don't want to hear stories at the end of the day. Or somebody will come and give us a excuse like they are giving us in Enugu. In Enugu.
Okay, now, Barrister, I want us to take away the allegations of vote buying. I also want us to take away the purported agreement you said that the governor had with the president. Soludo'S performance, wasn't it enough, to secure him a second?
Yeah. In fact, you see, APC don't like good governance and good performance. In fact, it is those that perform very well that they always like to rattle. APC, they are in enmity with good governance. And so wherever a governor is performing, they want to poach him. They want to draw him into their fold. That's what they do. That good performance would have earned the Soludo'S some battle if APC actually, wanted to do so. But ask yourself, how can a governorship of APC level be conducting an election or be part of an election and his party didn't give him support? What does that tell you? They didn't give him support. It's not as if they were so busy that time or something. This is an off-cycle election. And that's the only state that is conducting election of recent. So why wouldn't APC deploy all their finances, all their violent nature, all their brigandage?
Okay, so Barrister, your position now, it tallies with the fact that, according to you, there was an agreement between the governor and the president. Yes, probably the president asked his partymen to stay away from
of course.
All of that.
Of course.
Now, if you put all of these things together, you raise a very important talking point, which is the fact that, according to you, any governor that seems to be performing well, APC tries to push that governor.
Exactly.
Is it some form of coincidence that it is only in the southern part of the country that we see the APC trying to poach performing governors? You might like to talk about Enugu State. Peter Mba seems to be doing well. Akwa Ibom seems to be doing well too, and all of that. And they were all poached into the APC. Barrister, aren't there performing governors in the north? Why is it that the APC has not poached any of them?
Because they see the Southeasterners as a peaceful and willing.
No, it's not only Southeast. I talked about South as well.
How many people in the South?
Delta went. Bayelsa went. Akwa Ibom went.
And even Rivers.
And Rivers is likely to.
So
how come they only discover poach governors that are doing well in the south? How about governors in the north?
Because
is there any one of them that is doing well?
I've told you, some of them have skeletons in their cupboard. In part of the performances.
Okay.
They still have skeletons in their cupboard, and if they become too stubborn, they might deploy EFCC against.
And you think that all the governors in the north are clean?
I told you now, it's because of the peaceful nature of these other people from the south.
Okay.
Yes, they don't put up resistance. The north will tell you what they want and they go for it. In the southeast here, we are not united. We are not. We don't have one voice when it comes to politics. And this has made us to be a willing tool in the hands of our enemies. They come in and divide us. They come in and mess us up because we are not united. That's just the truth.
All right, Barrister, I'd like for us to go back to the Anambra elections. Talking about how the election panned out, will you give credit to Professor Ameputan? This was more like a baptism of fire for him. How will you rate him, from the conduct of the elections?
On his own part, he tried.
Okay.
The new ANEC chairman, he did well. All the promise was, the question of vote buying is not under his purview. It is EFCC that should checkmate that.
Okay.
Every other thing that needed to be done, he did it. At least ANEC staff performed, except in Unihiala, where, there was just in one polling unit like that. But generally, yes, the election was okay. At least there was no violence, no ballot box snatching, no killing and all that. That is You know, that's the plus for the next chairman.
Okay, so probably you will say that he had a pass mark. He scored.
Yeah, and that is because the powers that be are behind him. Okay. And that's what they wanted.
The powers that be are behind him. Okay, that's what they wanted. So what will happen in 2027 if we use the Anambra election as a threshold? What do you expect? Will the powers that be behind him in 2027? Is he going to do their bidding?
Remember, let me tell you something. In 2023, remember the election was going smoothly until they discovered that APC was losing somewhere in Lagos. Is that not true?
Okay.
That was around after 12. That was when hell was let loose. So, if the part that be discover that they are losing, Mr. Okoro, they will not mind though. They will go all out though. That is the truth. That is their modus operandi. They don't want things to go easy against them. No, it's not possible. Except the part that be are winning. That is when you see peaceful election in 2027.
Okay.
That is the only time. If they are losing, they will deploy what they are known for. That's the truth. So I cannot bank on it because Anambra was peaceful and all that. No, it's because, like I told you, it was an election of agreement, and they allowed the agreement to play out. In 2027, I don't know who want to agree with who. Maybe the governor that defected promised to give their state. But if the people resist it, that's an issue. If the people say, no, we are not voting for APC, in spite of the fact that their governor defected to APC, that would be a problem, a very big problem. This is why I told you that without even looking at it twice, APC may implode. That's the truth, because they have made a lot of promises. These governors that are defecting, if they have been paid off, why would they be making demand? Yes, if they defected because money is changing hands, why would they not make demand in the party? That's the question. You can see now, that's where the problem will come from.
Okay.
Yes, I don't believe that these governors are defecting for nothing.
Okay.
I can bet my life.
Okay, you think they are leaving because of pressure?
Something, not even pressure, something exchange hands.
Something exchange.
Yeah, because I have been asking you this question. The 210 trillion naira that is missing from NNPC, where is it?
They didn't miss under this administration.
It's not,
They said NPC, for the past 10 years.
Who have been in power?
Okay, so they had to warehouse that money. They warehoused 210,000 and waited for Tinubu to come and use that money.
Hold on. From the past regime that Tinubu take over to his own, is it not APC?
It's APC.
So what's the difference?
So now, Barrister, I'm asking you, the 210 trillion naira, did the APC warehouse this money and waited until this time to start dishing out to governors
the money
so that they can come over to the APC?
No money is ever missing. Any money that is missing in somebody's pocket.
Okay.
No money. You can't go on the road now and see that money.
So did APC pocket that money?
Look, they said under the last 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
And who has been in power in the last 10 years?
APC, Barrister.
And so what are you now?
No, but I'm asking, did they keep this 210 trillion so that when push comes to shove that it has come now, they will start giving governors, you come over to APC and take this money and come over to APC.
If somebody have kept money somewhere, is it not for him to use it when he needed it?
Okay.
If you have that kind of money missing under your watch and the money...
Oh, they didn't need it in 2019, they didn't need it in 2023.
But
it's in 2025 that governors started moving. That's when they needed the money.
That was why they needed this kind of arrangement, because they are unpopular.
Okay.
They needed to do these things to show up their image.
Okay.
That's the only thing. Is it not when money is in need that you're not going to...
All right, but Barrister, before we leave Anambra, I would like to ask you one question. Do you think that Soludo, after this victory, is likely to move over to the APC for 2027? What do you think?
Look, it has become a trend in the Southeast. All the governors, in fact, we are no longer sure of them, including our own OT, Alex OT, that is so popular. Alex
says I remain a member of the Labour Party.
We cannot tell until 2027 come.
Okay.
Because I know people who said it. Even Anambra said it the other time that he will not defect it to anywhere. Later now, he gave one useless excuse.
Okay, so there's a likelihood that Chukwuma Soludo might move to the
from
APC.
this agreement and this favor that was done to him. The signs are there. The signs are there that something may give. Because Soludo will tell you, it is because we want to be at the center. It is because the federal government will help me to make Anambra Dubai. It is because we don't want to remain a regional party. All manner of excuses will come in. That's the truth. They must give excuse for whenever they want to do something. Because like I keep telling you, go and check all the elections that have been conducted. APC have never performed this abysmal. From Ondo to Edo and now to Anambra. Check all the performance of APC.
Okay.
They didn't lay back like this. So for them to have surrendered their vote to ABGA, it means that something was agreed upon.
Okay.
And something was agreed
all right. Now